So tell me, have you done this a lot? Met people on the computer service?
My name is in fact not Brian, it's Roy.
The film is called The Good Liar, and there is plenty of lying going on in this film. This film is directed by Bill Condon and written by Jeff Hatcher. Now, there are two sides to this cat and mouse film. One side is the Sir Ian McKellen, who plays the conman Roy, and his conman business partner, Jim Carter, who many of us know as Mr. Carson from the Downton Abbey series. This is a great role for him as he switches from the Downton Abbey role to other roles he's now going to be doing. On the other side, there is Dame Helen Mirren, who plays Betty, the wealthy widow, otherwise known as poor Betty and her poor boring life. On her side is her grandson, Stephen, played by the very handsome, I think, Russell Tovey, who many people may know from the HBO series Looking the Movie. This is a cat and mouse thriller, which you get to decide which is the cat and which is the mouse.
It was a thriller.
It was.
I just thought I knew everything, and then there was more. And you know, Helen Mirren and Ian McKellen, I'm two of the greatest actors in the world.
Most definitely.
And you think you're following, something's gonna happen, and they can cover it up so well. But there are little nuances that you're going, okay, I just saw.
I saw something.
Yeah, but then.
And I think it's all in their eyes.
Exactly.
There's a lot of what, they talk about some stuff and then they do a little something, you think, what does that mean?
There's a twist, there's a turn, there's a backstory, there's another backstory, and there's more of a backstory. So you really
You're there,
kind of
you're
like,
watching it.
Yeah.
Right. And it's interesting to say that because I think if I had any problem with this, and there's really not too many problems with this film, but it would be with the writing because at the beginning when a relationship, I'm just going to leave it at that. When a relationship begins, it moves along very quickly, and suddenly you're in. I'm thinking, wow, why is it moving so fast? And then you understand why.
Yeah.
And then there is a reveal somewhere along the road, and when that happens, I kind of sat back and thought, well, now where am I at in this story? Oh, I understand what they're trying to do here.
Yeah.
And I got a little bit lost there now and then. And that's the only bad thing I can really see in this film.
I thought it was a little bit unbelievable, but then to me, it became believable.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, what would you say, like Agatha Christie, but it like really twists and turns.
I'm funny you say that because I think one of the things I really enjoyed about this film is some of the unique directing that this director did. And what I mean by that is I saw a little bit of Hitchcockish type styling in that instead of just giving us a camera straight on where the two actors are talking to each other, he brings the camera from the top and he scrolls over. So you're looking down on the camera, you're looking down on the action. I think, well, that's an interesting way. And he also does some things when he's looking at the front of a home or the front of a restaurant. Instead of the camera just looking straight on at us, he takes the camera at a different angle and looks down at the structure or looks up at the structure. And it makes you think, why did he do that? There must be something going on in there. And to me, that's a Hitchcock thing, right? He gives you things without telling you, but your mind has to go, what just happened?
The neighborhood, you're going down.
Exactly.
And like,
and I love that. I thought that was something different,
really
especially for this kind of film, because I don't think it's going to win any awards. I don't think it's going to be up for anything like that. But it's unique to have these great characters together with this kind of directing together in a film that's what I consider to be an adult film, a grown-up film.
Right.
There's no major gun battles and traumas and stuff. There are, even though there is some trauma.
Thoughtful.
Right.
Very
thoughtful. There you go.
It kept, and I think it will keep the audience's interest right to the very end. There's no falling asleep in this one.
Amen, hallelujah. There was no falling asleep in this one.
Really well done. And we went going back to the director, Bill Condon.
Yes.
He's, to the best of my knowledge, he's never written anything or directed anything like that. I mean, he wrote Chicago.
Well, he did Gods and Monsters.
Gods and Monsters.
It's kind of that same idea,
and then
right?
Dreamgirls was
completely different.
He's got to have like a very diverse personality to
Right.
do such a scope of writing and directing.
Right. And it's interesting, both him, the director and the writer. They both did a film recently starring Ian McKellen called Mr. Holmes. So they're kind of aware of how Ian, I think, works. I mean, we don't know these people, right? But you would think that they work together longer. They know kind of how they work.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead and rate this movie? You ready to go for it?
I think we should rate it.
And
Rate
before, rate it, right? Rate
it.
And before we do that, I have a little special something that I want to present to you. And for our viewers, so they know, this past week was Claudia's birthday. We were all so busy doing stuff, we didn't get a chance to celebrate. So a little something here.
My goodness.
Happy
This is
birthday
a
to
true
you.
surprise.
There you go. Happy birthday,
Oh,
honey.
Mwah, thank you.
Let's go ahead and do our rating. Why don't you give that to me? And can you hold it there?
I'm fine.
All right, good deal. Let's go ahead and rate. And why don't you go ahead and go first?
Okay, I will. Let's see. Glasses of wine. Number of glasses of wine. Number of.
That's a good one.
Orchids. To me, if I could give it more than 5 glasses of wine, I would. I'd go up to maybe 5.5. But since we're limited, it's a very strong 5 glasses of wine on my part.
Yeah, that's good. And I would love to meet you there, but again, I mentioned there's some writing that I have a little problem with, but it's a very strong 4 out of 5 popcorns for me.
Okay.
So once again, happy birthday to you.
Thank
And
you,
the name,
Conrad.
the name of the film is The Good Liar.